Hey everybody, welcome to HockeySkatedown. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join our hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much, and let's get started. I want to do a video on Johnny Gaudreau. Will he remain a Calgary Flame long term, or will he decide to test free agency and sign with another team? So in this video, I want to mention the Calgary Flames, the Philadelphia Flyers, and the New Jersey Devils as two other possible options that I think will be knocking on Johnny Gaudreau's door if he decides to test free agency. And General Manager Brad Treliving recently said that he is trying everything he can to possibly wanting him to stay with them. So that's exactly what you want to hear from your General Manager. So please stay with me throughout. It's going to be a fun video talking about Johnny Gaudreau and the Calgary Flames. So the Calgary Flames GM, Brad Treliving, during last week's post-game sit-down on Hockey Night in Canada, talked about the future of Johnny Gaudreau and with the Calgary Flames. He said, "We want him back here. We're going to move heaven and earth and do everything we possibly can to get Johnny back here. You've seen it throughout the season. He's a top player. Not only what he's done in terms of productivity and with the puck this year, but what he's done without it. He's played very well under Daryl Sutter as he thrives under a coach that will push him. We're going to do everything we possibly can to have him back here and be a Flame for a long time." That's exactly what you want to hear your general manager say in regards to your best player. Johnny Gaudreau just looks sensational, especially playing on that line with Lindholm and Tkachuk. These three are just having such a good year, and all their numbers are just astronomical. It's probably one of the best lines in hockey, and I like the way this team is playing this year. The Flames are definitely one of those teams out west that can really contend for a cup. They have solid depth throughout their lineup. Their defense isn't the biggest names, but they play together and as a unit, which you want to see a championship caliber team play, and their net minding is solid. So I like this team. Every time they're on TV, I try to catch them. I like watching Johnny Gaudreau. I love watching Matthew tkachuk. They just have a fun, fast team, and especially ex-Devil Blake Holman. So I like watching this team. I think they're really going to have a good rest of the year and a solid run in the playoffs. And we'll see. They have a shot to win the cup, especially with a good coach like Daryl Sutter. So, and in this video, I just want to talk about Johnny Gaudreau, but, talk about the Flames. I like this team. But talking about Johnny Gaudreau, he's still at a good age, 28 years old. He's a UFA at year's end. His contract expires this season. Listed as a left wing, 5'9", 165 pounds. And, of course, the knock on Johnny Gaudreau over his career has been his size, but he lives up to his size, the way he plays. He's fast, he's quick. He can score, he can find the open man, and he makes everybody better. And now that he's adding that two-way play, the play without the puck, he's a complete player. And he's looking like one of the best players in the league this year. And, he's close to it. He's in comparison to points to, the best players in the league, especially McDavid. So it's been fun to watch him play this year. He's a 2011 fourth-round pick, and that's exactly what you want to see in an organization, is seeing those later round picks develop nicely, and he has. And his current contract is for $6.75 million, which will drastically go up after the year he's having. So, looking at his stats this year in 2021, 2022, phenomenal is all I could say about his play this year. 77 games played, 38 goals, 70 assists, 108 points, and he'll definitely eclipse the 40-goal mark. There's still a couple of games remaining in the year, so he will definitely do that. Curious to see where he falls in as far as total points. Will he be the top of the league? Will he be second or third, which is kind of what he's looking like now? But his name is definitely up there for Hart Trophy and being the MVP. So, Flames fans, I know you guys and girls are having fun watching him. Keep on doing that, because this guy is sensational this year. In 2020, 2021, he's played in 56 games, 19 goals, 30 assists, 49 points. In 2019-2020, he played in 70 games, 18 goals, 40 assists, 58 points. And in 2018-2019, he played 82 games, 36 goals, 63 assists for 99 points. So his totals are 597 games played, 208 goals, 394 assists for 602 points. In the playoffs, he's played 30 games, 8 goals, 11 assists, 19 points. And looking at his career, he's hit the 20-goal mark 5 times. He's hit the 30-goal mark 3 times. And he's going on his best season of the year this year, eclipsing everything, goals, assists, and points. So, let's talk about what his possible next contract can be. A 100-point player is going to get paid based on what he does. And, let's talk about what Ryan Pike said. He said that if I'm in Gaudreau's camp, I'm probably looking at an 8-year deal with somewhere between 10 and 11 million, with as many signing bonuses, no trade, and no movement protection as can be crammed in. The Flames would be ecstatic if they can get Gaudreau signed anywhere close to 10 million, especially considering the Panarin and Ben comparables. If the Flames can sign him anywhere close to 10, I think that'd be a great number. Anywhere under 10, I mean. 10 and 11 is kind of pushing it, especially in a salary cap world. We've seen other teams that have a lot of money tied up in a lot of players, especially the Calgary Flames. Matthew Tkachuk is going to need a new deal. He's going to be a 100-point player. He's going to have to get paid that as well. So that's when it gets dicey, when you have a lot of players that are earning a lot and taking up a lot of the cap. So, of course, every NHL fan doesn't want a cap world, but this is kind of what we're living in, and, it makes life harder for the general manager. So I give it to Brad Treliving because this is going to be a hard summer for him to decide what to do with these players. But, Eric Francis said that there is zero doubt in his mind that he is not going to resign in Calgary. He says otherwise, but I think he is destined for Philly. I think people have thought that from the day he signed here, which he meant in Calgary. He will ultimately be a Philadelphia Flyer. In 2017, he did an article saying that he grew up a Flyers fan when he was talking in an interview with WIP Radio in Philly. Said that he grew up a Flyers fan in Salem, New Jersey. He says that he has a ton of family there, a ton of friends. It would be sweet to play here someday. You never know in sports. It's a lot of support back here in South Jersey and the Philly area. They follow me pretty well. He says he's happy to play for the Flames, but he would welcome the chance to play in Philly if it's given. So, when you hear that, I know it's 5 years ago that he said this in that radio interview, but, you never know, it could change. He may have loved the time there in Calgary, and may want to resign there. In that same article, he talked about how he loves where he lives, how the landscape is around him, how he loves playing with his team and his teammates. So, especially after the year they're having, especially with the coach they have, they're destined to win. So, everything points to the signs that I think as well he'll resign with Calgary. But, it's hard to hear this. Whenever a player grows up, they always dream of playing for a certain team. That option is there. You never know if he'll take it. So, I know Calgary Flames fans are a bit nervous about this situation, but, teams like the Philadelphia Flyers and especially the New Jersey Devils, those two teams that could really look to add a top 6 player, and you could add one of the best players in the league right now if you sign this guy and, really increase your chances of making the playoffs next year. And I think that's what these two teams want to do. Especially him growing up a Flyers fan, I don't think he would like the Devils too much, but him being close in destination to where he grew up and closer to his family and friends, maybe it could be an option. I know the Devils will look to add another top 6 forward to play with Hischier or Hughes, so we'll see. It's going to be an interesting situation. What team would want to sign him? What team has the cap space and the resources to sign him? That's another thing. He's going to command a lot. And, my thing is, I would love to have him on the Devils if he could sign a favorable contract. But, we'll see what happens. But it's been fun watching Johnny Gaudreau this year in the Calgary Flames. And I hope they can keep up this miracle season they're having because they look really good. They got a lot of depth. They're coached well. And, we'll see what happens. But comment below. What do you think about this? Do you think Johnny Gaudreau will re-sign with the Calgary Flames and finish and have another long-term contract there? Or do you think he'll test free agency and go to the Philadelphia Flyers, which he's always dreamed of playing since he was a kid? Or maybe go to the Devils, who's another local team where he could be close to family and friends and, be on a team that's on the rise. Comment below and let me know. And thank you for your time and watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. And join the hockey team. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of the day. Great night. Take it easy. Stay safe.